Hello, everyone. This is Rebecca Keller from the DISCUS Software Company, and we're going to get started in just about a minute as I show you how to balloon a print using the DISCUS OCR functionality. I've already added a print, but I'm going to add a couple more so we have a bit of variety. I'm going to balloon some notes, and then I'm going to balloon some dimensions and using the OCR settings. I've added one drawing. I'll add another. I'm going to right click. I'm going to add a drawing. This particular drawing is going to be good later on when I show you how to do the auto ballooning. I'll give you a little practice of it as well. Right click into this area, add a drawing. I'll add another drawing. This particular drawing is a little light, and I will indicate that's revision F. Notice how light it is. When a drawing comes in and it is of this quality, you can improve the contrast. Under View, Adjust Contrast, lift the contrast, and notice it is sharper. And X out. We're going to start with this particular drawing, and I had already set up my zone grid. Let's set it up here just as well, just a little review, enable, and 8x4, and apply. You can move the grid as I mentioned in the previous lesson. Grab and go, make it invisible, and apply. If you need to move them discretely, deselect equidistant, apply. Okay, and let's OK. Very good. Now, we're going to balloon some of the notes first. Under OCR, be sure and select Notes. I'm going to zoom into my note data, and the balloon icon is going to turn into a cursor because that is going to give us a lot more precision. So I select the balloon icon, notice it's a cursor, and I can drag a rectangle around the data with as much white space as possible. It becomes very precise. Here's my requirement structure, the bill of characteristics. This can be moved just like in Excel. I'm going to balloon the next item, drag a rectangle with as much white space as possible. Look here in the bill of characteristics for the data. Sub-balloon with the number 2 selected, I click the sub-balloon icon and drag a rectangle around the data. And once again, drop, drag, and let go. If you want to change your balloon size or shape, you can do so. Under Settings, Balloon Properties, you could change the shape and size. So for example, I want these two sub-balloons to be a different size. So under Settings, Balloon Properties, make them a little smaller, shall we? 1.5. It is not the default. It's just simply for these two balloons. There. To globally change your balloon shape, size, shape, under Settings, Balloon Properties. Okay. My default is really 2, but if I wanted to continue with this, this would be my new default. Plus, under Balloon Colors, we can set that up as well. All my balloons are going to be red now. Okay, so they're globally red. You can set that up at any point in time. Now, so far, we've done very well in our ballooning, so I'll add one more. And notice if you do this, drag a rectangle around this, there you go. You can move your balloons at any point in time. That's new with DISCUS 10 as well. You don't have to select the selection tool to get to the balloon. changing the position of those balloons. Now let's go into the drawing and zoom into another section. I'll show you how some techniques for ballooning dimensional information. Make sure you change to GD&T. My tolerances are set up under Tools, Default Precision and Tolerance. And we're going to balloon the same way. Balloon icon, drag it around the data, and it provides the upper and lower tolerances. Continue in this method. When, for example, you have an item with words, just balloon without any words like both sides or deep. There. If the data is not good, open the characteristic properties straight away. You may need to make some adjustments. I'm going to scale this up. And notice I grabbed a little bit too much of this. I can crop it out. There. So this turns into a crop. In the comment, type TYP. Okay. Now I want to show you some more items. For example, let me go into this particular drawing, zoom in, and this was the drawing that I had to basically darken. Additionally, under drawing, I auto subballoon places. So if it's 2PL or 4X, I'll have that number of subballoons. I'll show you how that works on this as well. So with my balloon icon, I drag a rectangle around the data, get that whole feature control frame. If there again is not a good value, open the characteristic properties box. And do you see how small that is? Let's change the scale, shall we? Good. And then we'll apply the scale henceforth. We'll try that. Might take a couple changes to really get that scale. Let's try the parallelism. And it's spot on. Very good. Reference datum A. Put the requirement right over here so we can look at that. There. Now watch when I balloon the 2x. It'll give me an 8, 8.1, and an 8.2. You can move the balloons. I don't have to select the tool. I can just move them right on the print without having to go to the selection tool. Let's work a little bit more. I'm going to zoom into this section here and show you some more OCR and how important it is, our OCR settings, the GD&T. Okay, drag a rectangle. And notice it's the diameter. Let's open the characteristic properties for a minute. If you were to change that to another setting, it would lose its intelligence. So making sure that you have the GD&T set up ensures that it's going to be correct. Let me share with you what would happen if this were notes. Let's delete this. Trash can, delete it. There you go. Let's do it again. This time I'm going to say that it's a note. Now notice when I do this, it will lose its intelligence. Do you see? But when you switch to GD&T, and go ahead and delete that, make sure that we have it, you'll see that it has all the intelligence with it. So make sure you have the right OCR settings. This as well, and we're in good shape. Again, avoid using, avoid ballooning with words, entering those comments into the comment field. If you have any data issues, opening up the characteristic properties, either increasing or decreasing the scale is usually all you need to do. This is the end of ballooning notes in GD&T.